Welcome to the Falls Patio Players production of Christmas Carol adapted for radio. Book, lyrics, and original music by Jack Strawbridge and Carol Closey, with revisions by Melissa Block-Meyer and Karen McKinney, and additional music by Jean Marie Strawbridge. Script adapted for radio by Karen McKinney, based on A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. We are grateful to our sponsor, Lincoln Contractor Supply, for allowing us the option to offer this program free of charge. Donations to support Falls Patio Players are encouraged and appreciated. Visit our website at www.fallspatioplayers.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram to learn more about our company and learn how you can become part of our patio family.
Swiftly the swan goes,
Swiftly the swan goes,
do-de-a-do,
do-de-a-do, do-de-a-do, do-de-a-do, do-de-a-do.
One, bum, bum, bum. La, la, la.
This
La, la, la.
blasted blizzard. I had to park my car at the bank and hoof it here.
4 minutes to air.
What? Blasted, I forgot my watch. Well, where is everybody?
Some people are snowed in, and you know that nasty flu's going around.
All right, let's see. Who do we have here? Cratchits. Where are Cratchits?
Here.
All right, and Gigi. You're Tiny Tim.
Again?
Oh, well, I did it for like 7 years.
All right, Scrooge. No. Where's Ray? Ray, where is he?
He's got the flu.
Really? He seemed fine to me yesterday at lunch.
Blast it! Okay, Josh, give me your best Scrooge voice.
Be gone from here.
No. Eric. Scrooge.
Humbug!
Young Scrooge.
Have I ever sought release?
Boy Scrooge.
Home, little fan?
All right, you're Scrooge. All right, let's see. We need Fezziwigs.
I'm here.
Ralph has the flu.
Really? He was not sick at all last night.
All right, Eric, why don't you take Fezziwig too? All right, Marley. Oh, don't tell me that
Roger has the flu.
Really? I mean, this morning he... Never mind.
Okay, you know what? Everyone clearly needs to stay away from Typhoid Michelle over there. In fact, I think everyone should stay away from everyone. Understood? We are broadcasting It's a Wonderful Life tomorrow. I'm not going to do that by myself. Get the chairs. Let's spread these things out. All right. Marley. You, with the mop. Ever been on the radio before?
No, I don't really do that kind of
Hank,
thing.
give him the extra script.
There's one on the chair.
Oh, and don't worry, you have the entire office scene to look over Marley. Oh, and you're also Fred.
Fred?
The nephew. He comes in right away. Remember British, light on the R's and the H's. Watch your diction. Good luck.
Okay, we've got Marley. Let's see, other ghosts, Christmas past. Where's Bonnie?
Stuck in the snow.
I had nothing to do with that.
All right, well, who wants to be Christmas past? Yeah, well, maybe Bonnie will show up by then, hey? And, well, don't worry, we'll figure it out. Christmas present, Wendy.
Ha ha ha! Fill every glass.
Very nice. All right, Jenna takes Shelby, Wendy Dilber. Well, I suppose I could take old Joe. Josh, can you try really hard and make the Undertaker sound mean and nasty?
Oh, well, he doesn't actually speak.
Perfect.
What about the Dick Wilkins scene?
Oh, blast it! I don't have a... Mr. Wilkins, just cut the scene.
You know, Justin, I don't think it's right to switch us around like this. We haven't practiced.
Jenna, how many times have you been in this? 200, 300 times? I think you'll be fine. Gigi, you ready?
Yep, I've been practicing. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wing.
Wrong show, dear. And I don't think that would be your line anyway.
Really?
No! No, just leave it! Look, no touching, no sharing. Nobody else can get sick.
Lord help us.
Oh, that's my line. Lord help us, everyone.
No! Just look at the script. God bless us. God bless us, everyone.
Pretty sure I don't say it twice like that.
1 minute.
Places, everyone.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our program tonight is generously sponsored by Lincoln Contractor Supply Incorporated, delivering the highest quality and value in construction equipment for over 50 years. Welcome to Christmas Carol, a Falls Patio Players radio show. Molly was dead. There was no doubt whatever about that. The register of his burial was signed by the clergyman, the clerk, the undertaker, and Ebenezer Scrooge himself. Scrooge was not so dreadfully cut up about Molly's passing, except that he had been an equally tight-fisted hand at the grindstone. Another squeezing, clutching, covetous old sinner. Yes, old Molly was dead as a doornail, and Scrooge knew it. This must be completely understood, or nothing wonderful can come from the story you are about to hear. Our tale begins on one of the very good days of the year, Christmas Eve. Scrooge was busy in his counting house. His clerk, Bob Cratchit, hunched over a ledger, rubbing his hands over the frail spark of a stingy fire. Outside, the dim air thickened with fog and frost, yet the shops were brightened with holly sprigs and berries. Londoners bustled about to gather the makings for the Christmas feasts. Ancient church bells rang out the hours and quarters, and caroling voices rose above the din.
Angels we have heard on high, singing through the night.
Deck the hall with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la.
Angels we have heard on high,
Fa la 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 la.
with their voices loud and bright.
Fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel. Fa la 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 la. Hear our ancient smooth-tide carol. Fa la 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 la, fa la 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 la, fa la la la, fa la 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 la.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day.
Be gone from here. This is a place of business.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
Christmas. Humbug. Poppycock. Why can't they leave a man at peace?
A Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Bah. Humbug.
Christmas? A humbug, Uncle. You don't mean that, I am sure.
I am sure I do mean that. Merry Christmas, indeed. What right have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
Come then, what right have you to be so dismal? You're rich enough.
Bah! Humbug!
Don't be so cross, Uncle.
What else can I be when I live in such a world of fools as this? Merry Christmas. What's Christmas to you but a time for paying bills without money? A time for finding yourself a year older and not 1 hour richer. If I could work my will, nephew, every idiot that goes about with Merry Christmas on their lips would be boiled in their own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through their heart, he would.
Uncle?
Nephew, keep Christmas in your own way and let me keep it in mine.
Keep it, but you don't keep it.
Let me leave it alone, then. Much good it has ever done you.
There are many things from which I have derived good, by which I have not profited, I dare say, and Christmas is among these. I have always thought of Christmas as a good time, a kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time, the only time I know of in the long calendar year when men and women open their shut-up hearts freely and think of their fellow men. Therefore, Uncle, though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe it has done me good and will do me good, and I say, God bless it.
God bless it.
Let me hear another sound from you, and you'll keep your Christmas by losing your situation. You're quite a powerful speaker, sir.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come, dine with us tomorrow.
Bah, I'll see you in the grave first.
I want nothing from you. I ask nothing of you. Why can't we be friends?
Good afternoon.
A Merry Christmas to you and your family, Bob Cratchit.
And the same to you, sir.
I am sorry, Uncle, with all my heart to find you so dismal. We have never quarreled, you and I'll keep my Christmas humor to the last. So, a Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year.
Scrooge and Marley's, I believe. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years. 7 years ago this very night.
No doubt his liberality is well represented by his surviving partner. At this festive season of the year, it is desirable that we make some slight provision for the poor and destitute. We choose this time because it is a time when want, through ignorance, is keenly felt.
Are there no prisons? And the union workhouses, are they still in operation?
They are. I wish I could say they were not.
Oh, I was afraid from what you had said at first that something had occurred to stop them in their useful course.
But they scarce furnish Christmas cheer. So a few of us are trying to raise money to buy the poor some meat and drink and a means of warmth. What shall I put you down for?
Nothing.
You wish to remain anonymous.
I wish to be left alone. That is what I wish. I don't make myself merry at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry. I support the prisons and workhouses through taxation, and they cost enough. And those who are badly off must go there.
Many can't go there, and many would rather die.
It's not my business. And if they would rather die, they had better do it, and decrease the surplus population. Good afternoon. Time to lock up. You'll want the day off tomorrow, I suppose.
If it's convenient, sir.
It's not convenient, and it's not fair, paying you a full day's wages for no work.
But Christmas only comes once a year, sir.
A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. Oh, very well, take the whole day, but be here all the earlier the next morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, and Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
There's another one, 15 shillings a week. A wife and family talking about a Merry Christmas. Lunatics belong in an insane asylum.
The office was closed in a twinkling. Scrooge trudged off to his dismal quarters, while the clerk ran home to Camden Town, where his children were waiting for him, filled with the anticipation of the coming holiday.
Hark, the bell is ringing, calling us to singing. Hear the cheerful song, come along. Hark, the bell is ringing, calling us to singing. Hear the cheerful song, come along. the bell is
Hark,
ringing,
the bell is ringing,
calling us to sing a cheerful song. Come along. Hark, the bell is ringing,
the bell is
calling
ringing,
us to sing a cheerful song. Come, Christmas Day.
My fine ladies and gentlemen.
Father! We've been waiting and waiting. It's Christmas Eve and we have a splendid goose. Can you smell it from here?
Oh, why, I believe I can.
And potatoes, and stuffing, and gravy, and applesauce.
And a pudding! The pudding!
Oh, well, wonderful. Run along home now. Your mother could surely use your help preparing the feast.
The children ran off, save the frail Tiny Tim, who leaned heavily on his crutch while eyeing a toy maker's wares.
Come along, Tim.
Father, I wish.
What do you wish?
Well, I haven't got any gifts to give. And I wish I did. I wish I could buy Christmas gifts for you and Mother and everyone.
Oh, dear boy, can you see? The greatest gifts are not things that can be bought, but they are love and laughter, friends and family. Why, you yourself are the most magical gift that could be. Just like the star that guided by light, all the good in you shines out, even in the darkest night. You have strength, you have hope, it's plain to see. You may need me to carry you, but your smile carries me. You're the song in my heart, my reason to believe. You're the greatest gift I've ever received. You're the fire's warmth in the winter cold. You're my pride and my joy. You're as good as gold. We don't have much to spare, but we're rich in love. And for us and our family, that's more than enough. Life may not be so easy, it may not be kind, but always remember this in the back of your mind. You're the song in my heart.
My reason to believe.
You're the greatest gift I've ever received. You're the fire's warmth in the winter cold. You're my pride and my joy.
Pride and my joy.
You're my pride and my joy. You're as good as gold. Come now, Tim. Martha will be home tonight. Our whole family together for Christmas.
Meanwhile, Scrooge neared his gloomy chambers, a melancholy suite of rooms with cellars below and echoes sounding through the hallways above. As he approached his door, a familiar voice emanated from the very walls.
Scrooge! Jacob? Bah, humbug!
Scrooge! Scrooge quickly shut the door behind him and checked his rooms. All as they should be. No one under the table, sofa, or bed. Quite satisfied, he double-locked the door, put on his dressing gown and nightcap, and sat down before the fire to take his gruel.
Scrooge! Ebenezer! It's humbug still, I won't believe it!
But there he was, Marley in his usual waistcoat, tights, and boots, his body nearly transparent, clasped in chains made of cash boxes, keys, padlocks, and ledgers wrought in steel.
Scrooge! Who are you? Ask me who I was. Who were you then?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Bah!
You don't believe in me, do you?
No, I don't.
Why do you doubt your senses?
Because a little thing affects them. A slight stomach disorder makes them cheat. You may be an undigested bit of beef, a fragment of underdone potato. There's more of gravy than of grave about you, whatever you are. Mercy! I do believe in you, but why do you still walk the earth?
It is required of every man's spirit to walk among his fellow men. If his spirit goes not forth in life, it is condemned to do so after death, doomed to wander through the world. I cannot rest. I cannot stay. Oh, woe is me. Oh!
7 years dead and traveling all the time for all eternity?
The whole time. No rest. No peace.
What is that chain you wear?
I wear the chains I forged in life. I made it link by link, yard by yard, and of my own free will. Just as you are forging yours, which was as long and heavy as this, 7 Christmases ago. You have labored at it ever since. It is a ponderous chain you are making, Scrooge.
But you were always a good man of business, Jacob.
Business? Mankind was my business. Charity, mercy, forbearance, and benevolence were all my business. Hear me. My time is nearly gone.
I will. Pray, don't be hard upon me, Jacob.
I am here tonight to warn you that you have yet a chance and hope of escaping my fate.
You were always a good friend to me.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits.
I think I'd rather not.
Without their visits, you cannot hope to shun the path I tread. Expect the first tomorrow when the bell tolls 1.
Couldn't I take them all at once and have it over, Jacob?
Expect the second on the next night at the same hour. The third upon the next night when the last stroke of 12 has ceased to vibrate. Look to see me no more. For your own sake, remember what has passed between us. Goodbye, Scrooge.
The apparition walked backward from him, and with agonized sounds of lamentation and regret, was gone.
Was it a dream or not? The hour? Bah, nothing.
Light flashed up in the room upon that instant, and Scrooge found himself face to face with an unearthly visitor. White as if with age, yet childlike and delicately formed. It held a branch of fresh holly in its hand, and from the crown of its head sprang a bright halo of light.
Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No, your past.
Please, your light blinds me.
What, would you so soon put out the light I give?
I beg not to offend you. Please, what business brings you here?
Your welfare.
Well, I must say, to be awakened at 1 o'clock in the morning is hardly conducive to one's welfare.
Your reclamation, then. Come, walk with me.
But I am mortal and liable to fall.
Bear but a touch of my hand, and you shall be upheld in more than this.
As the words were spoken, Scrooge and the spirit passed through the wall. The city, its darkness and mist, entirely vanished. Below them was an open country road on a clear, cold winter day.
Good heavens! I was a boy here.
Scrooge was conscious of 1,000 odors in the air, each connected with 1,000 thoughts and hopes and joys long, long forgotten.
So can Christmas be so far behind?
These are but shadows of the things that have been. They do not hear or see us. The school is quite deserted now, except for one little boy, neglected by his friends.
Poor boy. I wish... But it's too late now.
What is the matter?
Nothing. There was a group singing Christmas carols at my door last night. I should have liked to have given them something, that's all.
Ebenezer!
Fan!
Dear brother, I have come to bring you home.
Home, little Fan?
Yes, home for good. Father is so much kinder than he used to be. That home's like heaven. And we're to be together all the Christmas long and have the merriest time in all the world.
Your lip is trembling. Is that a tear upon your cheek? She was such a delicate child and with such a large heart.
So she had. You're right.
She died a woman and had, as I think, children?
One child.
True. Your nephew. Come, we must go now.
Where are we going?
To a time and a place where you were once happy.
The moment they left the school behind them, they were in the city once more. It was Christmas time, but evening, and the streets were lighted up. The ghost stopped at a certain warehouse door.
Why, it's old Fezziwig. Bless his heart. Is he still alive? I was his apprentice. Yo-ho there, Ebenezer! Dick! Oh, and Dick Wilkins, he was very much attached to me. No more work tonight. It's Christmas Eve. Let joy and merriment reign. Bring on the feast and the music, and let's all sing and dance.
'Tis the season made for joys.
Now's the time for beauty.
Tinsel, holly, gifts and toys.
Fruit and wine so merry. Let's be gay while we may. This is the time of gaiety and dancing. 'Tis the season made for joys. Now's the time for beauty.
The warehouse was snug and warm, bright as a ballroom. The room filled with all the Fezziwigs employed, and then some. It occurred to Scrooge that they had spent little to render their charges' service light, a pleasure instead of toil. He thought of his own clerk, and a shadow of regret crossed his conscience.
Let us drink and dance today.
Ours is not tomorrow.
Christmas needs our love and joy.
For us to be merry, let's be gay while we may. This is the time for gaiety and dancing. 'Tis the season made for joys. Now's the time for beauty.
Scrooge watched his younger self weave among the festive dancers, seeking out the attention of Isabel Fezziwig, his employer's daughter. His heart beamed then and now as he took her arm.
I promise you, Isabel, one day I will replace this penny ring with a band of pure gold.
Oh, Ebenezer.
You worked for many years to fulfill that promise, but in the end it did not work as you intended. True or not, she felt you loved money more than you loved her.
Though I believe it means little to you, another idol has displaced me, and if it can cheer and comfort you in time to come, as I would have tried to do, I have no just cause to grieve.
What idol has displaced you?
A golden one. Wealth and the gain of wealth is all that engrosses you.
Am I to be condemned, then, for leaving poverty behind? Even if I have grown wiser, what then? I am not changed towards you.
You are changed. Your nature, your spirit. Our promise was made long ago, when we were both poor and content to be so.
I was a boy.
How often I have thought of this, I will not say. It is enough that I have thought of it and can release you from our engagement.
Have I ever sought release?
In words, no, never.
In what then?
In everything that made my love of any worth or value in your sight. You may have pain in this for a time, but you will soon dismiss it. May you be happy in the life you have chosen. I would gladly feel otherwise if I could, believe me. But if you were free today, could I believe that you would but weigh me for gain? Thus I release you, my love. A band of gold, that ring of wood, a sign of our love for all to see. Your heart has turned to stone with that band of gold. Our love was pure, our future bright, and with that band we built our love, our precious love. The pain I bring will lose its sting. Now worship your band of gold.
You fool! You fool! Spirit, show me no more. Remove me from this place. Conduct me home.
I told you these were shadows of the things that have been. That they are what they are. Do not blame me.
Remove me. I cannot bear it. Leave me. Take me back. Haunt me no longer.
Scrooge awoke, mid-snore, and sat up in his bed to gather his thoughts.
Who goes there? I am ready for you, whoever you are.
Scrooge parted the bed curtains to see his own room hung with crisp leaves of holly, mistletoe, and ivy. Makings of a feast heaped around the throne, upon which was perched a glorious, jolly spectre, robed in green and white, wearing a holly wreath in her dark brown curls. In her hand she held a glowing tankard.
Look upon me. I am the ghost of Christmas present. You have never seen the likes of me before, have you?
Never.
Never walked forth with any of my brothers or sisters?
I don't think I have. Have you many, Spirit?
Oh, I have more than 1,800.
A tremendous family to provide for.
Come, Scrooge. Touch my robe.
The feast, the greens, the room all vanished instantly, and they stood in the city streets among carolers, vendors, urchins, and shoppers.
Fill every glass with human kindness and fill us with happiness, love, and joy. Fill every glass
with human kindness, with happiness, love, and joy.
Clumsy urchins, you've knocked over my packages, you dirty. Oh, Merry Christmas to you. May your day be blessed with warmth and happiness.
Food and warmth are for you to enjoy. If there is hope on earth for giving, fill every glass with human kindness and fill us with happiness, love, and joy.
Here, I'll take some of that bread.
Stop, thief! These little urchins need to be taught a lesson. There, it is Christmas, a time to give to the needy. Here are some cookies and cakes. You will have a dinner fit for a king.
Food and warmth are for you to enjoy.
If there is hope on
If
earth
there is
for
hope
giving,
on
fill
earth
every
for
glass
giving,
with
human fill us with happiness, love, and joy.
Is there a peculiar flavor in what you sprinkle from your cup?
There is, my own.
Would it apply to any kind of dinner on this day?
To any kindly given, but to a poor one the most.
Why to a poor one?
Because it needs it most. Come, let me show you a home filled with the joy of Christmas.
Why, this is my clerk, Bob Cratchit's house.
Now, you children, stop that running in the house. And whatever has happened to your father and Tiny Tim? And Martha is so late? Well, I wonder if she's coming.
Here's Martha, Mother. Oh, Martha, what a goose we have!
Why, bless your heart, my dear, how late you are.
Oh, Mother, we had a great deal of work to finish up, and I had to stay and help.
Well, never mind, so long as you are here.
Martha, did you hear? Soon I shall have a position of my own, a full 5 and 6 pence every week.
Oh, what a grand gentleman of business you will be.
Oh, no doubt, in good time. For now you remain our most excellent potato masher.
Here come Father and Tiny Tim.
Ah, there we are, my little master. Safe and sound in our little home. And Martha is home as well. We are blessed.
Now, children, go and get washed up. And how is our Tiny Tim today?
Oh, he grows ever more thoughtful and kind and strong in heart, even if his limbs grow weaker. Do you know what he said to me on the way home?
No, what, dear?
He said he hopes people see him in church tomorrow because he is a cripple. And it might remind them upon Christmas Day who made lame beggars walk and blind men see. Oh my, now children, let's be seated. All right. Heavenly Father, bless this house. May it always be warm with the love of our family. Amen. Come, Tiny Tim. Martha, sing the song you learned in church.
This is the story told so long ago about a manger stall so low. The land was quiet, lo, the night so cold. The cattle lowing, sheep are in the fold.
There was a Christ child born to free all men from the sins of the world again and again.
This little babe in all his glory shone, a light in the night to show the wayward home. There is a story told by many men of a child born to free us again and again.
This is the story told so long ago.
A Merry Christmas to us all, my dears. God bless us.
God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.
To the founder of the feast, Mr. Scrooge.
The founder of the feast, indeed. I wish I had him here. He'd have a piece of my mind to chew upon.
My dear, the children. Christmas Day.
it should be Christmas Day, I'm sure, on which one drinks to such an odious, stingy, hard, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge.
My dear, it is Christmas.
He'll be happy and very merry, I have no doubt.
Oh, it's a sad thing to be without a friend, to never know the joy a smile can bring.
No fond embrace, no loving touch to soothe his cares away. I think it would take a miracle for his heart to welcome love.
If he could believe in miracles, what a change there'd be. What a different man. So on this day, we'll drink to his good health, and though it's hard, we'll really try to wish him joy, the kind of joy you cannot buy.
In the end, I wish him laughter and every good to come his way. When all is done, all we wish him is love.
$15 a week. All those children. Tell me, Spirit, will Tiny Tim live?
I see a vacant seat in the poor chimney corner, and a crutch without an owner carefully preserved. If these shadows remain unchanged by the future, the child will die.
No, oh no, kind Spirit, say he will be spared.
If he be like to die, he had better do it, and decrease the surplus population.
Scrooge hung his head to hear his own words quoted by the spirit, and was overcome with penitence and grief.
Look now, Scrooge. Find another family who knows me well. Your own.
My own? My nephew?
There were Scrooge's nephew and his wife, clustered round the fire with friends, dessert still on the table.
He said that Christmas was a humbug, and he believed it too.
More shame for him, Fred.
He is a comical old fellow and not as pleasant as he might be. However, his offenses carry their own punishment.
Oh, I am sorry for him. Who suffers by his ill whims? Himself, always. He takes it into his head to dislike us and won't come and dine with us. And what's the consequence?
He loses a very good dinner.
At least some very pleasant moments, which could do him no harm. Come, I have a new game. It's called Yes and No. Fred, you must think of something, and the rest of us will guess what it is by asking questions. Fred may only answer yes or no, as the case is, to give us the clues.
Shall we play?
Oh, yes.
I am thinking. I am ready. Let the questioning begin.
Are you thinking of a place?
No.
An animal.
Yes.
A cow.
No.
A cat.
No.
Is it a savage animal?
Yes.
Does it live in London?
Yes.
In a menagerie?
It walks the streets.
Fred, yes or no?
Is it a rat?
Well, no.
Does it growl?
Yes.
Is it a tiger?
No.
A bear?
No.
I have found it out. I know what it is, Fred.
What is it?
It's your Uncle Scrooge.
Yes.
Well, then it really is a bear. I should be the winner.
He has given us plenty of merriment tonight after all. A Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to the old man, wherever he is.
Uncle Scrooge.
Such a pleasant gathering. So much good humor.
Are they not a year older? An hour richer?
As the scene passed off with the last words spoken by his nephew, Scrooge noticed that the spirit had grown older, clearly older, with her brown curls having faded to gray.
Are spirits' lives so short, then?
My life upon this earth ends tonight.
Tonight? Spirit, I see something strange reaching from behind your robe.
From the folds of her robe, 2 children knelt, wretched, frightened, ragged, miserable. They clung to her garment.
Look there. Look down there.
Are they yours?
They are man's, the children of ignorance and want. Beware them both. I see written on these children doom. Deny it.
Have they no refuge? Have they no resources?
Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses?
Scrooge looked around him for the ghost, but saw it not. He remembered the prediction of old Jacob Marley, and lifting his eyes, beheld a solemn phantom, draped and hooded, coming toward him like a mist along the ground.
Am I in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come? I fear you more than any ghost I have seen, but I know your purpose is to do me good, so I am prepared to bear your company. Will you not speak to me? Are you about to show me shadows of the things that have not happened, but will happen in the time before us? Lead on, lead on. The night is waning fast, and it is precious time to me, I know. Lead on, spirit.
The city seemed to spring up around them, and Scrooge saw they had stopped beside a knot of businessmen.
No, I don't know much about it either way. I only know he's dead.
Yes, old Scratch has got his own at last. What has he done with his money?
I haven't heard. Left it to his company, perhaps. He hasn't left it to me, that's all I know.
It gave no comfort to him or anyone while he was alive. He likely did his best to drag the whole lot of it along to the grave.
Well, at least the housekeepers might profit from what little he left in his rooms, and the undertaker will surely pick off the rest.
I expect it's his biggest generosity.
The phantom lifted an outstretched arm, and Scrooge found himself in a wretched and foul part of town, at the entrance of a den, where all sorts of old rags, bottles, iron, and greasy offal were bought.
Look here, old Joe, here's a chance. We all 3 met here at the same time.
Oh, you couldn't have met at a better place. Come into the parlor. Come into the parlor.
Why, don't stand staring as if you was afraid, woman. Who's the worse for the loss of a few things like these? Not a dead man, I suppose.
No, indeed, Mrs. Shelby.
Every person has a right to take care of themselves. He always did.
No man more so.
If he had wanted to keep these things after he was dead, he should have had someone to look after him when he was struck with death, instead of lying there gasping out his last alone by himself.
That is the truest word that was ever spoke. Open my bundle, old Joe, and let me know the value of it.
I always give too much to the ladies. It's a weakness of mine. Half a crown, that's all. Not another penny.
And now undo my bundle, Joe.
What's this? His blankets? You took 'em off with him lying there?
He isn't likely to take cold without them, I dare say.
Well, I hope he didn't die of anything catching.
Ah, you may look through that shirt till your eyes ache, but you won't find an hole in it. It's the best he had, and they'd have wasted it if it hadn't been for me.
What do you call the wasting of it?
Why, putting it on him to be buried in, to be sure. Somebody was fool enough to do it, but I took it off him again.
This is the end of it. You see, life without friends was the gift of his greed. Friendship with interest is but a loan, which he gave out for what he could get.
Tis true you will find some friends so kind, who'll give you counsel themselves to defend. pity, they promise, they pity, and take all your money right to the end.
'Tis true you'll find some friends so kind. In sorrowful ditty, they promise, they pity, and take all your money right to the end. 'Tis true you'll find some friends so kind. In sorrowful ditty, they promise, they pity, and take all your money right to the end.
This is the end of it, you see. He stole from his friends without pity or grief.
Now there's no time for tears or remorse. He was a greedy miser to the end.
'Tis true you'll find some friends so kind. In sorrowful ditty, they promise, they pity, and take all your money right to the end. This is the end of it, you see. The master of greed has at last met his end. Now there's no time for tears or remorse. A miser never gets a second chance. 'Tis true you'll find some friends so kind. In sorrowful ditty, they promise, they pity, and take all your money right to the end. 'Tis true you'll find some friends so kind. In sorrowful ditty, they promise, they pity, and take all your money right to the end.
Spirit, I see. The case of this unhappy man might be my own. This is a fearful place. I shall not forget its lesson, trust me, but is there any person in this town who feels emotion caused by this man's death? Show that person to me, Spirit. I beseech you.
The draped arm gestured toward a churchyard cemetery, where Bob Cratchit, with his wife, was placing a small wreath across a tiny marker.
Fly, fly away. Now the skies are gray. Gone now forever from my life today. Gone are his smiles, lost is his love. Now he will live forever, loved by God. His voice so sweet, his joy complete. Why must the world of God and man compete? Fly, fly away. Now he will live forever in the arms of
Spirit, something informs me that our parting moment is at hand. Let me behold what I shall be in days to come.
The phantom stood among the graves and pointed down to one, neglected and overrun with weeds.
Ebenezer Scrooge! Oh no, spirit! No, not that! Why show me this if all hope is past? Please, good spirit, will your kind nature intercede for me? Assure me that I yet may change these shadows by an altered life. I will honor all three spirits. I will not shut out the lessons that they teach. Oh, tell me I may sponge away the writing on that stone.
And with that, the phantom withered and shrunk and dwindled down into the bedpost, Scrooge's own bedpost.
Oh, hear me. I'm not the man I was. Allow me to see. Allow me to change this whole life of mine. Oh, hear me. Have pity on me, oh Lord. Have mercy on me. I'm past all hope, and now lead me from my dark life, so I may live forever with joy in my heart. Oh, Jacob, I don't know what I am to do, where I'm to go, where I belong. I don't know whether this is nighttime or day. How the time flies, flies all around, lost in the clouds. Oh, hear me! I'm not the man I was. Forgive all my sins, forgive all my life. For now I can shout and wish everyone Merry Christmas throughout the new year.
Scrooge rushed to the window and threw open the drapes. He was met by the bright morning sun and the glorious sight of busy villagers below. With trembling hands, he dressed himself in all his best and fairly tumbled out into the street.
Boy, what day is it?
Why, Christmas Day.
Oh, then I haven't missed it. Oh, glorious, glorious Christmas. Tell me, my lad, do you know the butcher shop on the next corner?
I should hope so.
What an intelligent boy. Do you know whether they've sold the prize turkey that was hanging in the window?
What, the one as big as me? It's hanging there now.
Oh, go and buy it. Come back with that turkey in less than 5 minutes, and I'll give you half a crown.
Half a crown?
My dear gentlewoman, it is good to see you again. Merry Christmas to you.
Mr. Scrooge?
Yes, that is my name. Allow me to ask your pardon, and will you have the goodness to accept?
Lord bless me. My dear Mr. Scrooge, are you serious?
If you please, not a farthing less. Come and see me, please. Will you come and see me?
I will.
Oh, I am much obliged to you. I thank you 50 times. Bless you. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Merry Christmas, Fred!
Why, bless my soul, who's that?
It is I, your uncle. Am I still welcome for Christmas dinner?
Why, Uncle, you are always welcome.
Dinner will be served at 1 o'clock. May we expect you?
You may. Merry Christmas to you both. Now, that's what I call a turkey, fit for a king's feast.
Over here, somebody, come help me with this.
Come, everyone. We will take it to Bob Cratchit's house. But first, I must stop and buy toys and presents for all.
And off Scrooge went to Camden Town, with a parade of urchins behind and around him, carrying piles of presents, sweets, and nuts, and an enormous turkey that was indeed nearly as big as the boys who joyously labored along with it.
Mrs. Cratchit.
Why, Mr. Scrooge.
Where is that clerk of mine? Come over here immediately, Bob, and I do mean immediately!
Oh, Mr. Scrooge, this is Christmas Day and we were just off to church. You indicated I could have the day off.
That's fine, Bob, but we have a few things to settle first. Mrs. Cratchit, here is a turkey for you, big enough to serve all of London. And here are presents for all of you children. And last, but surely not the least, starting tomorrow, Bob, your salary will be doubled. And then we will talk about and find a way to make our young man Tiny Tim well. And we will make him well, won't we, Bob?
I don't know what to say, Mr. Scrooge.
Well, maybe we should leave it in his hands. Mr. Scrooge, will you join us as we go to church?
Oh, I surely will. And may I wish everyone a Merry and Happy Christmas.
God bless us, everyone.
Angels we have heard on high, singing sweetly through the night, and the mountains in reply, echoing their brave delight. Gloho, gloho, gloria, in excelsis Deo. Gloho, gloho, gloria, in excelsis Deo. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
WFPP.
Thank you for joining us for Christmas Carol, a Falls Patio Players radio show. Generously sponsored by Lincoln Contractor Supply Incorporated, delivering the highest quality and value in construction equipment for over 50 years. Please consider a donation to Falls Patio Players. The support of our patrons is highly appreciated. Falls Patio Players wishes you and yours a warm and wonderful holiday season. And we're off the air.
Well done, everyone. Well done, truly. You all really stepped up to the microphone, right, Gigi?
I always have to.
Everyone, please, get home safely and rest up for tomorrow. Back at the usual time. Oh, and bring the right script.
Every time a bell rings.
Still not your line, but nice try. Good night, all.
Good night. Speaking of stepping up, you warmed up to this in no time.
Well, I've sort of been soaking it in from behind the broom.
How about a nightcap at Sal's?
Michelle! No! Go home!
Okay, rain check then. You never know when you're going to meet someone special, like a future spouse when you're in a show.
Huh.
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 Great job on Christmas presents tonight. I was hoping to hold that role for myself.
Maybe next time.
Ho, ho, ho! You can bet on it.
Ha ha ha!
Please stop and go home.
Nice job, Scrooge. We'll see you tomorrow.
Well, I learned from all the best.
Jack would have loved to see you play Scrooge.
Who would have thought that after 25 years we'd all be hanging out here together?
It's a tradition. I practically grew up here.
Hey, kid. Think you'll be here in 25 years?
Or 20. I'm already 5 years in.
Oh, well, you're well on your way then. Good night.
A lot of memories.
Friendships.
Trips to Pops, parties at DeMarini's.
Group hug.
Seriously, no.
Oh. I wonder if they know, Carol and Jack, what Christmas Carol has meant to us, to our company, our audiences.
Quite a legacy.
I hope they know.
They know.
They know.
We hope you enjoyed this production of Christmas Carol, adapted for radio. Visit our website at www.fallspatioplayers.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Christmas Carol was produced through a special arrangement with Closey and Strawbridge Music Productions, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Copyright 1995. All rights reserved.